something. I'm telling you, oh, hey, Instagram, it's me, T, from Patterson's, Take the Trains to Bed. I got, well, I might be going out tonight. I say going out. Well, we'll tell you about it in just a second. But I got a new pair of pants. And it's like, it spoke to me. You know what I mean? It's not my fault. Anyway, and it's from this guy, this London guy, let me get my glasses. Tony Curtis is the designer's name, or whatever guy's name. And I got all this stuff, casual wear. I guess he does casual wear, I don't know what else he does. Anyway, but I got these pants. Now, this is so weird. It's the first time I've seen this kind of thing. I guess I got to show you. These pants right here, sort of like they're I think they're belt and drawstring. But anyway, they fit me very well. It's a 32. It says it's a 32, English made, but it's an English, company. It's 32 waist, and it fits real nice. Don't have to do anything. The length is right. The waist is right. Everything is right. I often say, when Jimmy Carter was president, the designers were like sort of miffed with him because his wife, she would say, oh, I just buy his suit. I buy his suits off the rack from Sears. Maybe that's why they got rid of Sears, because he just fits everything. I have a weird. I can take anything right off the rack. It just fits me perfectly. I don't know why. I don't have to make no alterations. Anyway, here's the weird thing. I was reading. I got the thing, and not expensive. Well, it's not that expensive. Anyway, so I got the tag. So I'm reading the washing instruction, which, we're dudes, you know what I mean? We just throw stuff in. But I happen to read this. It says, do not soak. What? I never heard that. Do not soak. Do not bleach. Do not bleach makes sense, right? Tumble dry low. Okay, makes sense. Do not wrench dry. I mean, wring it, right? Machine wash, low in cold water. Remove from machine immediately. What got me is the first thing is do not soak. I say, whoa, that's kind of weird, interesting, I guess. So now I'm thinking I got these pants. I got pants all over the place, but I have to leave these in Virginia, in the States, because wherever I go, wherever I go, I gotta, it'll be out. We soak, we wash. When I'm in Gubevo, we have a little washing machine, but we hanging out to dry. It's the sun, right? And then in DeBrother, we hand wash against hand out to dry. And when I'm in, Ian, we do all the time. If I'm in, what's the name, then Cape Town, then I usually do whatever happens. But the point is, I gotta leave these because if they say what they say, then I gotta, so I'll leave these in Virginia pants. So we have now and for the next 3 months, I guess. That's all you're supposed to wear. Let's see what happens. But I guess I took a little time. Look, here's what's happening. This is the end of the whatever day, end of the week. I'm supposed to do wrap up things. But what's been on my mind? I'll tell you about this near the end, right? What's been on my mind? I'm one of those people. You have preppers, right? I'm not really a prepper. I'm a preparer, and I don't prepare for doomsday. I figure if it's coming, it's coming. You can prep all you want. If you last 3 months, when you come out, what you gonna have? You ain't got no. I don't get into all that. But here's what I did. As you may or may not know, I'd make my own calendar in the back of my book there, right? And when I came here. I guess this calendar starts in January. I must have came here in January. It starts in January, and all these things are whatever. These are my sessions for my healing, right? And right now we're at April 11th. Yeah, April 11th. We're down here, so all these months. So my healing is almost done. I'll be going to May, right? But then my calendar had stopped there, right? And I said, let me So I went and kept on going. I said, oh, now I had to do this page. Oh, I did this. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I went all the way to some here, some in June, right? But see, I leave here the 7th for Wednesday, right? And I get to New York the same day, well, because of the time difference, right? So I'm in New York for a week. That's when I got to prepare. I got to make a. I sent notes or whatever have you, and I know where I'm staying for the week. I got to stay with I love staying with my fraternity brother. You know, we have lots to talk about, right? And he's an intellectual. You know, he's a big time, you know, Egyptologist. He can read those cartouches and stuff like that. You know, and he got a lot of books. I like being around books. I might slip something off for them to read through some books, you know. And, you know, he's an academic, so, you know, we talk the academic talk. Anyway, so I'll be with him for a week, well, I'm in and out or whatever. Then I can see my peoples, you know. Hopefully I run to, got to see Errol Maitland for sure. Chris Brandt for sure. That's my poetry people. I got to run into Craig Harris. Maybe he's performing something like that. Just people I got to see. Grayson, definitely, you know. So anyway, people I got to see. That's before for a week. Maybe have a fraternity meeting there live. I don't know. But then I'm gonna spend most of the time down in Virginia. I got to do some strength training and stuff like that down there. And then maybe I might be in New York another week near the end before I leave, right? But then I leave, and you know, on my birthday I leave right here. Maybe before, somewhere in there I leave. But then I have to be the 7th of July right there. That's where the Food Indaba. So I got to be there before the Food Indaba. That's a very important enterprise in Cape Town, right? Very important. It gets more important every year. Very important, right? So I'm with them they're to the 20th, right? So I'll probably leave somewhere around there. Maybe I'll spend another week. Oh, I have a date with my wife. My wife meets me someplace in here. She meets me in Cape Town. So we'll spend some time after the Food Indaba. We'll probably go to Muizenberg. I like Muizenberg. You know, where I got this cap from. Yeah, Cape de Cairo. This is their uniform cap, right? Everybody thinks the name of the restaurant is Cape de Cairo. That's in Muizenberg. It's in you know, the town down from. Don't worry. When I get there, I'll tell you about it. Anyway, that's where I buy these caps at. Everybody wants to know. It's my Ogun cap. Green on one side, other side is black, a little bit of red. I call it my Ogun cap. Everybody else calls it something else. Call it what you will. So anyway, so then I said, okay, then we go. Oh yes, I go back to DeBrother and to Kubevu with my wife. But then I realized only for about 3 weeks, I guess, because then this is when, right here, this is when the reparations thing happens in Ethiopia. Got to make that. That means if it starts there on the 7th, I got to be there at least 5 days before, because when you go to a conference, let me tell you how you do it. You get like 3 or 5 days before, right? See the lay of the land, you get see the make some contacts with that, talk to the organizers, da. Then when the conference is over, schedule yourself to stay for another week. I'm sorry if you can, of course. Why? Because you're making contacts all throughout the conference. Somebody might say, hey, you got to come over here and invite you over there. We have some things we can do, da. But if you're flying out the next day, like what most of these people have to do because they're, you know, they're big time people, they schedule their things so they have to, they got things to attend to, they're important people. But somebody like me, hey, I'm trying to do some other stuff. So that's your networking. So you spend another week after. So I get back, and then I'm so that's September, I get back. But then all October, November, I'm all, you know, doing all my tasking in Dimbaza and Kubevu. Dimbaza, hang out with my peoples, the wisdoms. That's the old folks in Dimbaza. Give them some more Tai Chi and stuff like that, and Qigong. But then, see, the end of December, around about that last week, around about Christmas time, I'm leaving. I got to get to Sri Lanka. I'm sorry, I'm going to Sri Lanka first, and then I'm coming back to India for my 3rd year of healing, because I'm almost done. I think I might be really done in a couple of weeks. Let's see, because I'm walking better, even though I still a little slump over because of the muscles. It's a whole muscle. It's my whole. It's a terrible thing. It's my sciatic. This whole system from there all the way down to the toes. And but they're working on it. Got the sound working now like that, which is interesting because with the sound working, now I had the idea because we might have this relationship with this internet radio in Petty in the Eastern Cape. And if we have that relationship, then what I want to do eventually is get sound healing in that area because it's coming. It's in my head right now. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to let it out right now. So what I'm trying to say is I expanded my calendar to the end of the year. But here's the problem. The book ape is so big. And right now, I have this much more, well, let's say this to go. And like 3 of those pages has got to be my consabas, but I still have a lot of stuff to write. And because I'm planning to be a lot of writing I got to do right now. So I might even have to buy another book before I leave. But either way, I think if I'll try to have this last until I leave India, then I'll get another one. I like this one. Either I get a book in India, or I might just wait till I get to the States and get a book. I'll probably get a book in the States, and then again, I'll put my calendar in, I'll put my things in the back here, because I always have, in the back I have my Rosicrucian cycles, as well as my numerology chart. See, there's a numerology chart right there, and there's the Rosicrucian cycles down there, like that. I need those as reference. Oh, I did, it's not really a poem. I just did something, I just wrote, I'll show it to you. Why not? Hey, I could have put a light on. Nah, well, let's see what happens. Let me show you what I just wrote. It's not really a consaba, it's not anything. It's just something I wrote. And I put it up. And I didn't explain it. I just put it up. I did write something about it. But let me show you what it is. Here it is. It's just some words. It says, doing to do. How do it free me? How do it free us? How do it free we? Now, how do it free us? This whole thing started with the how do it free us. This is right here. It's a reference Sonia Sanchez. Sonia Sanchez, she's a great poet, and she inspired these 3 lines here. But then, but I just put this part up with my signature, but I didn't put this part up down here, which at the end, doing to do towards ultimate liberation, because that's my objective these days. Well, that's my objective for the rest of ultimate liberation. So this thing, I might. There's a possibility that there's this open mic tonight at this place here. It's put my glasses back on. Sorry. House of Gowali. That's the musicians that run this. Well, the musicians that whatever. I saw them performing before. They're good. Rock, but it's good. Other side open mic for singers, musicians, poets, dancers, painters, and dreamers. Friday, they would love to say, is Easter or something like that? Is this Good Friday? There's a lot of action happening around. I don't know. We're in a Hindu country, so I don't really know. You keep with the Christians. It says 5:30. It's 5:30 now. These boys ain't starting no 5:30. I get there at 7:30, 8 o'clock. They won't even start. Onwards, right? Where other side oral. So other side is the other side of oral, all really other. So anyway, what I might do, this little thing that I had, I might try to get some musicians together and do a whole thing where, me and the musicians interact like that. If I had a dancer, then I do give you a really good performance. But we'll see what happens. So that's what's happening. I just thought that's what's happening. That's what's happening in my world. Tonight, right now I'm going to get my, I tried it. They said that if you have this hot chocolate and most chocolate, if you do a certain amount of chocolate a month, then it's good. And here, I have this at Pangaea, got to deal with them. We use coconut milk, right? Make hot chocolate, coconut milk, and I use like 99 or 90% chocolate in this thing. So every once in a while when I go there, like at least 3 times a week, I have that chocolate. And then sometimes I have something to eat, so now I'm going to have something to eat too. So that's where I'm going. I got to stop by for my cook. Maybe I'll go straight there. I don't even know if stop by for my coconut milk. I might get my driver. Got to get the money, you know. I might get my driver to tell me up the fence. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens. But what I'm trying to say is, prepare yourself and make sure. Please write. Right now, this one just happens that I just wrote, because it's not my regular stuff. I just wrote, I wrote the thing first down in the book, and then I put it on my poster board. But what I'm starting to do now is I'm starting to do the poster board, but I'm using the colors. You know, I'm using the colors like this. I don't think I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to leave this here. I get other colors. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but the poster board thing exists here, and it's an interesting thing because first you're writing. You come from the forces that be. You know, the Great Spirit gives you inspiration, and you write it out through your brain to write it out, right? Then, sometimes you type it over. I haven't put this in my thing. Did I put this? Oh, I didn't put this in my phone. Anyway, and then when I write it on the poster board, I use colors. So like the how do is a certain color. And when I'm with the conservatives, I use different colors. Now what I'm trying to do with that is have key words make sense throughout the thing. It's fun. Reading and writing is fundamental. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.